next up we have Julianna Willow, who's going to be reading, I think, for the first time in public.
Yep.
Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Hello. Well, first off, at risk of sounding like I'm being nominated for an Oscar, I just want to say that I want to give a bit of a shout out for my mother, who spent the last week teaching me how to speak. And also, I want to say that everyone who came before me is making me happier I came, because you're all just lovely writers. So, without further ado, message from the moon. To all my kindred spirits, we have earned all our merits. We have shown our resilience with grace and brilliance. We start out bright and full, unfazed by life's great toll. Then sure, we might be gibbous, but the world could never miss us. By the third quarter, we're left with hope and wonder. We show our smile crescent because life is good and pleasant. These are our simple ways, changing with every phase. So, for those like me and you, we are made anew. The Unsung Creature. Once upon a time, there was a planet made of dust, where lived no single person or group, until a dragon landed on its crust. He'd eat primordial soup and drink acid rain. He'd spend all day on his dusty stoop, where he had no fear of being slain. But on one stormy day, an asteroid struck him on his fly. What happened next is sad to say. He created oceans with one cry. His red blood, yellow eyes, and blue scales flushed away. Into the color wheel they did die. From his body plants grew, now animals came to be. Constantly becoming something new, they lived their lives truly free. Unaware of how they begun, for there is no evidence to see that we are all of the dragon. This is a poem I wrote for a friend who is ending a successful career to endeavor on a new venture. The end. We're coping with the loss. No, not a loss. There's too much to gain, no matter the cost. Life is a relay race set at your own pace. You must run the next leg, there's a new road to face. You must not fear fear, for all great adventures start with you at the rear. But fear is up front. If you feel it, the adventure's near. Saddle your horses, choose your ship's courses, prepare to start, for now the end is at its surest. All starts with two, a great word. It's rather absurd, but excitement we tend when the anticipated pair is heard. The end. The Great Still. It was the Great Still of 2015 when the president hatched quite a scheme. "What's this?" he said. "About one day being dead? Why don't we turn all the clocks backwards?" To this, cheers far and wide were heard. So with that counterclockwise tilt began our Great Still. The old grew stronger and the young even cruder, for we committed the greatest theft, never seen coming by poor death. But after pride came regret, for soon we learned the extent of our debt. We lost most of our old and wise, and the young returned to their superficial disguise. The smart were left to say, things haven't quite gone our way, because for a human to revive, they cannot truly be alive. So, with hope of youth lost, in a week we gave the idea a toss. Divine Creature. I am a divine creature, smooth, nearly without feature, cold-blooded in temperature. You are awed by my scales shimmer as I pass you with a sliver, only catching of me a glimmer. I didn't trick Eve with the apple tree, nor plot against Ricky Tikki Tabby. All these are far beneath me. I am king by divine right, truly a beautiful sight, and the source of tremendous fright. I am feared for many a reason, my crime, biting, tool, venom, and strangling my #1 treason. These should not stir hate or vengeance, for compared to man I have many disadvantages. Foremost, my lack of appendages. I wield no gun like a coward, I'm brave and empowered. for to no flashy weapon am I lured. I sliver through my kingdom. Unlike man, I partake in no martyrdom while enjoying my freedom. I complain not of the distance I go. I'm just happy I may without saying so. So I keep my head high while low. Hand in hand. There's no better sign of community, nor show of unity, than to together stand, holding each other's hands. Is there better love than to be each other's glove? Is there a better way to prevent a spirit sink than when 10 fingers link? And there's no better take than a hearty shake. How better resolve qualms than by putting together palms? So while they're in demand, for reasons you understand, join this powerful band and hold another's hand. Two snowflakes alike. It isn't true what they say that all snowflakes are different, neither sharing pattern nor print. For on one snowy day, at the very same time, came two snowflakes in line that were the same in every way. Although they shared crystals, they flirted with their own goals. Together always they'd stay, one falling back and forth without heed, the other gently without speed. For them this was okay. There are no high stakes in the lives of two snowflakes on one good snowy day. I wrote this poem for my best friend who I hadn't seen in a while. She told me she was lonely, which I found shocking because she has a lot of friends, but she explained to me that they were different kind of people. They were anime people, movie people, music people. So I asked her what kind of people we were, and she told me that we were miscellaneous people. I wrote this for her. Miscellaneous people. There are a million, no, a billion, of a 1 in a million kind. A difficult, easy find. You won't find their leader, nor a follower in a following. They play in no theater, nor dance to a fiddler's fiddling. They have no particular style. It's all said with a frown and a smile. They have no particular talent, but they have many skills. That's apparent. To them there is no equal. 'Tis lucky knowing the unknown known. The miscellaneous, misfit, all fit people. For as long as they exist, we are never alone. The life of a raindrop. Raindrops are all the same. They're born, fallen, or soaring, and then with a splash they are slain. Raindrops are all alone in the sky, some closer to others, aqueous sisters and brothers, but miles separate others on their fly. Perhaps raindrops dream about landing, with the soft ground and walking around, the truth beyond their understanding. Raindrops know not of their ocean home. It's beyond thought, beyond their wildest plot, that one day they will no longer be alone. This is my last one. Endurance. It's true I'm quite strong. Still, I don't know how this is wrong. Surely you understand the cruelties of the human hand, the plucking, tugging, and pulling, acts of the resentful and controlling. Pay them no mind. It's only jealousy you'll find of our fluffy caps, or stung as strong stems, perhaps. They can try to blow us out. A million more of us will sprout. It's true we're quite strong. They tell us we don't belong. But here we are together. Life will get better. Until then, we'll have the gall to stand and stand tall. So on this we've agreed. We'll show them who's the weed.
Tijan, this dream's where you belong. Your golden